This is lesson 2, Bitcoin sidechains. And in this lesson, we'll be taking a look at the technological innovation of sidechains, something which is essentially a blockchain which integrates with the main Bitcoin network. Let's begin. What are sidechains? Sidechains can be understood as blockchains which integrate and exist alongside the main Bitcoin network instead of creating an independent, standalone blockchain. And alternative currencies, cryptocurrencies today, use a standalone, independent blockchain. And because of this, they miss out on the network benefits of the security, the already established security of the Bitcoin network through its hashing power, and also the pegged assets that could be exchanged between networks of the main Bitcoin blockchain. Sidechains promise an innovation where additional applications can be built into the Bitcoin technology by integrating with the already existing main Bitcoin network, something that would have radical implications and opportunities for innovation of the Internet of Money, which is Bitcoin. Now, one of the main firms that is working on this type of implication is Blockstream, which describes sidechains as one of the key components for conducting business on a global and internet-based ledger. And in doing so, and their specification describes the sidechains as follows. Bitcoin's transactions are stored in a transparent ledger called a blockchain. It is secured by a powerful distributed hashing network. A sidechain is a blockchain that validates data from other blockchains and enables Bitcoins and other assets to be transferred between blockchains, fostering a new, open platform for innovation and development. The use of a two-way peg enables coins and other assets to be transferred between chains at a fixed or otherwise deterministic exchange rate. A pegged sidechain is a sidechain whose assets can be imported from and returned to other sidechains. Sidechains allow the blockchain to be enhanced with better performance and privacy protections. They also enable new extensions to support myriad asset classes such as stocks, bonds, derivatives, real and or virtual world currencies, as well as to add capabilities like smart contracts, secure handles in real world property registries. Sidechains can have other sidechains for things like micropayments. They allow for experimentation and pre-release versions of future sidechains, or even a beta version of Bitcoin itself. So the visualization of this diagram allows us to see how complex and how expansive sidechains could be to the main Bitcoin network. Essentially, sidechains would allow applications that inherit the network benefits of security and exchangeability of the main Bitcoin network while adding essentially any type of functionality that you can possibly technically implement and integrate with the main Bitcoin blockchain. At its core, pegged sidechains would be a technology that allows the movement of assets from one blockchain to another, and in their specification white paper, Blockstream outlined a few imperative characteristics of how such sidechains would work. These characteristics can be described as assets which are to be returned to the parent chain only by their current holder. There should be no ability for a malicious party to prevent a transfer from occurring. Transfers should be atomic in that they are completed in their entirety or not at all. Bugs in one sidechain must not affect any other chains. And finally, sidechains should be fully independent with any external data required supplied by its users. Sidechains truly represent one of the most interesting and one of the most important developments in the arena of Bitcoin today. If the promise of sidechains is realized, Essentially, we will be able to create applications which can integrate with the main Bitcoin blockchain and exchange interoperability in terms of security and value with the main Bitcoin network. By not using standalone blockchains, we can inherit the functionality of the main Bitcoin network and truly realize what the Bitcoin network represents as an internet of money. We highly recommend taking a look at Blockstream's white paper specification for Bitcoin sidechains, and you can find this paper at blockstream.com/sidechains.pdf.